Yo, you're listening to The Britney Benson Show.
Yes. Welcome back to another episode of The Britney Benson Show. Yo, this episode is very special to me, so I want to dedicate this episode to my mom, who passed away last year from breast cancer. She passed away on March the 20th, 2021 to be exact. I also want to dedicate this to my younger sister, who passed away in 2014. You know, I was talking to my friend DeLuey about life and my mother, and our conversation went places I didn't expect it to go. But to be honest, I'm glad that it did, because I was able to get some things off my chest. At the end of the show, I'm going to play a recording from my mom. This recording is over 5 years ago, and just to brief you guys on how it happened, I would always have Pro Tools up recording music. So one day my mom's calling, she was going in, and I just thought to myself, man, this would be great over some music. Now, she didn't know I was recording her until like a month later. I gave her a copy of the recording with the music and everything behind it, and she loved it. She played it over and over and over again. So I just thought that was cool. So I'm going to share a snippet with you guys, and hopefully in the near future, I'll play the whole thing. It's the Britney Benson Show. Let's go. Yo, welcome back to the Britney Benson Show.
Yo, thanks for having me back.
Of course. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. You know, we were talking off the mic earlier, but I wanted to bring this conversation to the mic.
Right.
You know, dealing with the loss of my mom and thinking about mortality really got me thinking about what's important. So I got to ask you, what's important to you?
As of late, for me, is leaving a legacy.
Oh, okay.
Like, I want to leave something permanent in this motherfucker. Or I want to leave something specifically for my children that they could have, and that they could not fuck it up and give it to their children. And then one day I have some great grandchildren that say, yo, you know, the old dude, my great grandfather D left us this shit, and this is the reason why we here.
Yeah.
That shit has become important to me out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't something that was important to me 15 years ago. Or it wasn't even something, you know, the concept of life insurance.
Yeah. Talk about
that shit means something to me now.
I'm glad you said that, because man, nobody wants to talk about it, but life insurance is so important because it can help take care of your family if something happens to you.
Right.
Like, my mom's had everything set up, but she didn't want to talk about it. And honestly, I didn't either. I didn't want to hear about it. Like, okay, I know she got it straight.
It's an acknowledgement of the inevitability. Yeah, I got you.
Now I'm like the complete opposite. Now I'm like, show me everything. What do you want us to do? What do you expect from us? You know? And here's the thing. We have to talk about it before something tragic happens.
Yeah.
Of course, I can say that now, because now that my mom's passed, I can deal with anything. It's like once you lose your mom's, especially if you had a close relationship with her, nothing is ever the same. It's just like nothing else really kind of matters. I hate to say that, but I guess, you know, different if you have kids, but I think you just look at the world differently and you just feel different.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's next? Like, you know, like.
Yeah, real talk. I have a thing, and I'm not ashamed to talk about this. I am ashamed that maybe you can relate to this. You certainly can relate to this because you left home early too.
Yeah.
I left home when I was 17. You left home when you was what, 15?
No, 17.
17, right, okay. So I believe I've been able to deal with with death in my family very well because I left home so early. Yeah. And I don't live there.
Yeah, I understand.
So there's this automatic buffer of not being present every day. You know what I mean? That makes it hurt a little less.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, okay, you didn't see them every day anyway.
Yeah.
Even if you spoke to them. I'm thinking of my grandmother now. I remember I didn't go to my son's first birthday party because my grandmother, I didn't go to my oldest son's first birthday party because my grandmother passed away around the time of his first birthday party. And I remember like being okay. And I felt a little bad about it, but I understood that it was like, okay, I'm not here every day. I talked to her on the phone. Yeah. So it's the only thing is it's going to be like, I just don't talk to you every day anymore.
Yeah. It does help. It's like with my younger sister, She passed away in 2014 out of nowhere. You know,
Wow.
like this
The irony of that.
Yeah. But this happens all the time because, you know, the fire department is part of the show. You know what I mean? Thanks for sponsoring the show. Like I was saying, in 2014, my younger sister passed away. She was epileptic. So, you know, we grew up with her having seizures. It was normal for us. We knew how to wake her up and how to help her. But the last time she had a seizure, you know, she had so many back to back to back. As a result, she became brain dead. You know, the crazy thing is, right before she passed, she kept saying, Nene, come see me, come see me. And I was like, yo, let me get my car fixed because she know I hate flying. And then I'm going to be out there. I got my car fixed, but the mechanic did a shitty job. So I wasn't able to see her until, you know, she went to the hospital and I had no choice. And, you know, I often wonder, did she know? You know, did she know that something, did she feel something?
Right.
Because she was really, like, adamant about me coming in to see her. So when that happened, I think I was able to deal with it because I didn't see her every day, but I started drinking more. So I almost low key became an alcoholic, a functioning alcoholic, you know, to the point where I'm like, years later, I'm like, yo, nigga, you drinking every day. You know, I was partying a lot, going out a lot, but I was also drinking in my house, working on music and whatever. So
what made you catch yourself? I'm curious.
Huh?
What made you catch yourself? I'm curious.
It just came to me. It just came to me. It was just like, yo, you're drinking like too much. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to drink this week. Right. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I'm not going to drink for 2 days and do whatever. Honestly, I didn't even realize I was becoming an alcoholic.
You managed this shit.
You know, yeah. And alcoholism runs in my family, but not me. Like, you know, I don't drink like that. I'm going to drink this shit to numb this pain, but I ain't really fucking with it like that.
Anybody pull your coat to the shit? Anybody outside of yourself pull your coat to it?
Because I wasn't like a drunk.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was just drinking every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I was like sloppy or anything like that.
Functioning.
Yeah.
Super functioning.
Super functioning, like normal, you know.
My dad was that way. That's why I'm asking.
But I knew I was drinking because I didn't want to feel that shit. I was like, I don't want to feel this shit. I picked up the bottle on purpose. You know what I mean? So once my mom's passed, I promised myself that I wouldn't start back drinking heavily or smoking cigarettes again.
You didn't smoke that much though.
Yes, I did. Cigarettes?
You didn't smoke that much around me.
Yeah, but it got worse.
Word.
Yeah, it got worse. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't smoke cigarettes at all, but I still drink, you know, wine and vodka or whatever else I want. But
Right.
it's not crazy.
It's not like where you saw it going.
Exactly. Like I could go weeks and months without it. It's not like I need it. But real talk, I realized that I was lucky to be able to stop on my own because everybody can't do that. And that's okay too. So if you need a little help, go get it and don't feel ashamed and don't feel embarrassed. You know what I mean? You gotta take care of yourself. Yo, I used to go to the meetings with my grandmother when I was little. We used to go to the AA meetings. I didn't know where I was going. But listen, it helped her. And it can help someone else too. I remember one time, one of my so-called homegirls, I told her, yo, I think I'm becoming an alcoholic. I'm drinking too much. This bro tells me not to tell anybody. I'm like, yo, have we met?
Right.
I'm not ashamed because my story can help somebody else. And this is life.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
I'm a ask it in a way. I'm going to ask it. And the question that I'm going to ask, I want you to answer it, but I want you to answer it past the question. Right?
Okay.
Do you miss your mother and your sister?
Yes.
Like, do you miss them?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Obviously, you miss your mother and your sister.
Yes.
Go more.
Shit.
Like, what that mean to you? Because I miss my dad. Like, I miss my dad too, but I feel like we did it though.
What do you mean?
I feel like my dad and we did it. He raised me. When I got in trouble, he saved me. When I didn't know an answer, he gave me the answer. You understand? Yeah. But it's the question that I'm asking is more profound.
Now you got
And I ain't mean to make you
No,
cry.
it's okay. I feel like two different feelings. With my little sister, I feel like I miss her and I wish I would have spent more time with her.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel guilty. Like I didn't spend enough time. And I think, it's just fucked up. You know, she passed so soon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they say we have angels on earth? That's how I feel. I feel like she was an angel. Like, and sometimes we don't recognize the angels in our lives until they're gone.
Yeah.
Then I think about her son. When my sister passed, my mom and dad took him in. So, you know, it's like he is like a double loss for him.
Oh, my God.
Not only did he lose his mother, which was like his best friend, he lost my mom, who was also his best friend. But thank God he has, you know, me and my sister and his papa, you know, my dad.
Right.
And the rest of the family, of course. But, you know, now when I think about my mom, I just miss everything about her. It's my mother. You know, it's my mother. And it's so funny, they call me her twin. But I think my little sister Mook Mook is more her twin in terms of like personality.
Right.
They were both sweet until you get on their bad side. I'm just not sweet and don't get on my bad side.
Right.
No. But like my mom just gave us love, like unconditional love, like just love. Like there's no doubt in my mind that my mother loved us. Like she left this earth giving everything she had.
Right.
Whew. Yo, my mom was just dope. Like she helped everybody. I remember during the pandemic, my mother started, you know, making boxes and giving stuff away. And I'm like, wait, Mom, you're not even working. They're working. What are you giving them? Nene, because I want to. It makes me feel good. You don't know. This helps. Right. I used to be like, I'm not like you. I'm keeping my shit. But that's what I would tell her. Like,
yeah, you go ahead, Ma. Like, shit.
I used to get mad. I'm like, but I understood it made her feel good. But I just miss her. You know, we used to speak every day. We on the phone every day, FaceTime every day. Just
I know you did.
And then, you know, and
I know you did.
Sometimes I still be like, damn, let me call mine. Then it's like, oh, wait, you can't call her. You can't call her. And, you know, that hurts. So I really just try to avoid the feeling. And I know it's not healthy, but I don't care. It's healthy for me. Because I don't want to get upset. And it's like I faced it because I know she's gone. And if I'm going to be honest, I feel like I have to almost push the memory to the back as if it never happened. And, you know, I know that's not healthy again, but it's weird because at the same time, I feel like she's still here. And I feel like she's watching. And just in case she is, I want to make her proud. So I'm not going to go and ruin my life, you know? My mother put too much into us for us not to show up, you know. And I want to make my mother happy.
Dope concept, like just in case you are looking, let me just
yeah. Because I know what we meant to her, and I know what she expects from us. You know, I didn't realize this until after my mom passed. She didn't have to say a lot. Like, let's be clear, she spoke her mind, you know, but she didn't have to say a lot. We know what to do. We know what to do.
That's her legacy.
Like, even my dad, like, she trained all of us, and we didn't even know it. Like, my dad is over here getting the house together like my mom's would, you know, just making sure everybody's straight. I just really think it's beautiful to, like, be loved like that. My mother was incredible, you know, and I miss her. When I think about the fact that I'm not going to be able to see her anymore, I can't feel her presence. I can't feel her touch. You know, I can't hear her voice ever again. Well, maybe in the afterlife, but not here. And I'm supposed to walk around normal. Yo, now I understand why people go crazy. It's like, damn, I'm not gonna see that no more. I can't feel that. And I didn't even know that shit was coming. Even though I knew she had breast cancer. She died 7 months after she told us she had breast cancer. And she was normal. I mean, like, she lost some hair. I mean, she lost a lot of hair, but she still had a lot of hair. Some people lose everything. And my mother would say, I'm glad I'm not suffering. I thank God I don't have to suffer. Because she would go into chemo every week. And I'm sure she would see things that, you know, she never told us about it. But I just knew. And one thing the lady said at the hospital, she's like, I can tell you're a good mother by the way your kids love you. Mm-hmm. And my mom came home when she came home and she told me that. And she was just cheesing. It made her feel so good that everybody in the hospital saw like,
yeah, she did right by her kids because her kids is doing right by her.
Exactly. But what made you ask that question, if I miss my mom and my sister? It was a great question because it brought out a lot of emotions, although I was very shocked.
I asked that question,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I often think about my father because we are of an age, your mother was younger.
Yeah, my mom was 61.
Right. I think this is another reason why I'm thinking of I think of mortality now, because I remember my dad at my age. Mm-hmm. Mm. Like I remember my dad at my age, distinctly. Like I remember the conversations that we were having.
Wow.
Because my dad was not that much older than me. Mm-hmm. Well, he was. I think it was 21 when he had me.
Okay.
When I came aboard, and let me also say that we sit and we have these deep introspective moments with ourselves.
Right.
And it's not until we having conversations like this where I hear the same shit. Like, where I hear the same shit. So when I asked you, do you miss your mama and your sister? Right? I asked you that question because I asked myself that question. Like, do you miss your dad? You didn't even cry for your father. Do you miss him? I miss my dad immensely. I miss my dad. I feel like I miss my dad so much to where I might have compartmentalized my feelings because I'm afraid that if I open up that box of my feelings, I don't know what the fuck gonna happen. And I don't want to be that way.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yep.
So I'd rather, I said, like, I can acknowledge, and I have the privileged position of truly being able to remember shit like riding on the back of my father's motorcycle, my motorcycle helmet that he had for me when he sold the motherfucking motorcycle. You know, when he used to get drunk. You know, that time he put his hands on my mom. You know, the time he left the house, the time he came back, shit that he said to me. The times where he might have looked like the villain, but it was really him just loving me the best way that he could.
Right.
You know, the only time I seen him cry was when I left home.
Aww.
You know what I'm saying? The only time I seen my father cry about anything. You know, those moments that are embedded so deeply into your psyche that they're like milestones and shit. And, you know, the times when you get older and you have experience, you have the backdrop of experience to understand some of the shit that you thought was fucked up.
Yeah.
And it was fucked up, but you understand it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I miss Louis Van Senior immensely. And I think I'm afraid to even open the box of what truly acknowledging his impact will do.
Yeah, I feel that too. But you know what? I also think about how my mom was when my sister passed. Like, that was hard on my mom. You know, that was her baby.
You don't want to see it. That's not something
my
my
mom
wants to experience.
But, you know, she even when they told us in the hospital that she was brain dead, like, I started going crazy. And my dad had to calm me down. And my mom said, this is the time where your faith matters the most. She said, you could say you have faith. She said, we as a family must stick together.
Word.
And if you say you have faith, this is the time to show it. And I think about, like, damn, everybody going crazy. It's something on. You know what I mean?
Word.
Like, and every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
But that's the realest shit ever wrote right there, because crisis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all good when it's all good.
Yeah.
Let me see how good it is when it ain't all good.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. When I think about how amazing my mother was and the way she dealt with her mother passing, I'd be like, yo, my mom's was a G. My mom's was a G the whole time. Like, I'm telling you, it was levels. She didn't just talk about faith. She lived by faith for real. Like one time when my mom's was in the hospital, my brother came in crying. Oh, you're the best mom in the world, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yo, what you crying for? Don't you have faith? Now she's in the hospital, laying in the bed, can't move, can't walk, can't do nothing. And she was still like, yo, relax, we good. Another time, she had to go to, the bathroom. I had to help her, but she just lost all her strength, and nobody was in the house for me to help her. So she fell down, not fell, but like I had to like let her down on the floor. And I'm like, shit. And somehow I got a blanket. I don't even know. This had to be like God helping me. I got a blanket and I put it under my mother. And I drug her out of the bathroom. And so I called my dad. I'm like, Mom's on the floor. She's okay. And my mother's literally on the floor rubbing my feet, comforting me. I'm like, yo. And I'm like, you want a pillow? Like, we laughing about it, here's a pillow. Because she was fine. It's not like she hurt herself. But
you just didn't have the strength to...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that she is comforting me, she's on the floor rubbing my feet. Like, it's all right. Ooh, so it's things like that. It's like, man.
You recognize the blessing in that, though? Do you recognize the blessing in that God gave you that moment with your mother?
Yeah.
God gave you the moment of both of y'all are helpless in that moment, but y'all are together. Just y'all. Just y'all. And that moment of, damn, Ma, I can't pick you up. And that moment of your mom just like, it's okay, baby. We still here. I'm here together. I was here to pick you up, and now you here to pick me up. And it's, you don't look at it as humans. We will look at what you couldn't do, and we'll let the moment of that vulnerability, the closeness, because vulnerability only comes out of closeness. And just the moment that y'all was even there together in that moment. So together in that moment, the way y'all laughing at shit.
Yeah.
It's a real moment. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
I know she can't move the way you would like her to move. But fuck, what the fuck is family about?
Yeah.
What the fuck is family and love and these things that we talk about so frivolously? What is it about if it can't be exhibited in moments like those?
Damn.
What is it about?
Family is about love and support.
I remember my wife's father when he went through what he was going through and how close they were, the emotions that everybody was going through. But because, I was removed from it, I could see, God damn, like, in his final days, he is blessed with having people around him.
Yeah.
Who, in this moment, in these last moments, nigga, we here together.
Yeah.
We here together. Do you know how many people wish for that?
That's a blessing because everybody don't get that. Everybody don't get that.
You know what I'm saying?
And for you to see it on the outside, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just standing back watching like.
That's what the people in the hospital said. That's what the people in the hospital saw when they saw how y'all attended to y'all mother.
Yeah.
Like the beauty in like, okay, we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we know what inevitability is. We work in a building of inevitabilities.
Yeah.
But look at the beauty in this.
Yeah.
And it's shit, you don't, when you in it, like, nigga, you just hurt. And ain't nobody, you don't want to hear that bullshit. You don't want to hear that bullshit, but shit. Like, dog, like, to be blessed, to have somebody clean up after you.
Yeah. Yep. And you know what? For me, it was a blessing for me to be able to take care of her.
And I know you felt that way in the moment.
This is
I
a
know you
blessing.
did.
My mother was like, I don't want y'all to have to, Mom, no, we want to do this. I would be upset
If you couldn't.
if I couldn't do this. You know what I mean? So I was blessed to have the money set up to where I don't even got to worry about rent and shit. You know what I mean? Like, even if I didn't give a fuck. I was going to take care of my mother.
Right.
Nothing was going to stop that. But, you know, I really got to thank God for it all. You know, of course I would love to have my mother here. But I would rather she be gone than to be here suffering and pain and miserable. No, I don't want my mother to live like that. I want her to be happy.
I bet your mother was so proud of you.
Yeah, me and my mom's like this.
Yeah.
That's like, I say my mom's is my soulmate. My mother said the same thing. And people look at me weird, but I'm like, it's soulmate on a different level. Like, our bond is just so unbreakable. It's like we would look at each other and start laughing and giggle like we understood each other, like we had our own language. It was dope. You know? It was dope.
So what's next on the agenda for you? Like, real talk, like so you've gone through some stuff.
Yeah. This is therapy. The podcast, I think, is therapy.
It sounds like a damn therapy for both of us, absolutely.
I think, like, it keeps me busy, keeps my mind off of, you know.
Who else have you had on here?
I had a few people. You don't know any of them, but
you don't know who I know.
Nah, just homies. You know what I'm saying? I
think you have things to say, and I would encourage you to, you know, let me, you know, make it clear I'm not a religified nigga. But whether you call it the universe, stars, moons, and quasars, or God, I choose God. I would say to listen.
Hold up. It's the Britney Benson show, baby. every show at the freaking ambulance.
Okay.
Or fire department, you know.
Oh, the niggas is just down the street from you.
I know. So.
You know you in the safest motherfucking block. If some shit start burning up, them niggas right here.
Yeah.
But nah, you know, I just hope that you know, you open your heart to whatever is if you open yourself up to let God speak through you, you know, and maybe, you know, whatever blessings he gives you, that you decide to share, it'll be something that somebody needs.
Yeah.
Because I know that I've been touched by some of the most random fucking things. Some of the most random conversations. I know I've been touched in that way. It touched that way. And, you know, this technology now enables, you know, someone who will listen to this conversation that they had, that we just had, you know, maybe it's a gem in here for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
But what made you say that?
Because I'm looking at you and I'm seeing where you are. See, I have the position of this from you. It's hard to see yourself outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're seeing when you see me, but I know what I'm seeing when I see you. I feel like I've watched you grow up.
Yeah, you have.
So it's almost like this is my little sister. We came up, and now my little sister is not my little sister no more. My little sister is grown, and I love what my little sister has turned into. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the vibe you giving me is that you have something to give. You know, and I want you to be open to receiving whatever information comes to you and dispersing that information.
Yeah.
That's what made me say that. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Because I feel like I do. I feel like this is God, right?
Right.
He's definitely working on me and working on something. So I'm going to just continue to do it, right? You know, when they tune in to listen to the show, I want them to be like, yo, this was fun. This helped me. I felt better after I listened to this. So I learned something, you know. That's it. And listen, come as you are. You know what I mean? Like, Come on, man. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I show up as myself, and I'm proud of that. But, I do want to get better. I want to improve my skills.
The voyeuristic nature that technology allows us to participate in, you never know.
Yeah.
Like, it may sound like rambling, or I don't give a fuck what it sounds like, but, the thing about serendipity is that you never know how it's going to fucking punch somebody in the goddamn face.
Yeah.
So,
So here we are.
Yep, here we are. So
You made me laugh. You made me cry. We had a therapy session going on up in here, but that's what it's all about. Helping each other.
You already know I ain't fuck around with none of this technical shit.
It's the Britney Benson Show, baby. We about to wrap this up, but before we go, I have to share this clip with you guys. Now, keep in mind that my mom didn't even know I was recording her. This is just who she was. You know what I mean? I just added all this extra music behind it. I really wish I could find a version without the music, but I can't. I have to dig into some of my old hard drives. Anyways, thank you guys so much for your support. It's the Britney Benson Show. Peace and be wild.
Peace.
I trust in God. You know what I'm saying? I have faith, And that's the whole thing. People, a lot of times, they try to put people down for their lifestyle. They try to put people down and label and tell you what to do, how to do what you do, But when you have a personal relationship with God, you understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
There's nothing and nobody that can come in between that. Nothing and nobody. Because the world is just the world.